If coveting is a sin, one team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family, Oklahoma Memorial Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Sooners will kick it away to start us off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man, it's Cobb. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Coming off a season in which things really didn't go their way in conference play, and they'd love to get on a roll here this season.
Well, this is a team from a roster standpoint, though, that believes they're better on the field than they were a year ago. They've made some additions through high school recruiting, through the portal, and they think that's going to be the difference, David.
Yeah, and now they got to put it together, right? And this is when it really works. When you get in conference play, it gets different. The familiarity within the league of all the coaches, and so this is really hard for them. But I'm interested to see what they can do and to see if they can bounce back.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Singleton. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? Third down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day one install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
Caught in the backfield. It's Singleton. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Creates a little space. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Really good job by the defense, understanding third down, the situation in the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first, and now forcing a 4th down.
On On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Wants to go up top. Get it out on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. They're trying to slam it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Crosses midfield. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma! The defense gets it done with a huge interception return.
I mean, does the start get any better for this defense? You force a 3rd down, passing situation. Great pass defense. Not only that, break on the football, make the interception, and take it all the way back to the house. The tone has been set in this ball game.
And the extra point makes it 7-0.
That makes the score for Oklahoma 7, Auburn 0.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He makes the fair catch deep in his own end, and I get the criticism, but man, he probably wanted to at least save a few yards in field position. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll leave it with him. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That's reeled in. It's Robinson. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Robinson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the first period.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Oklahoma 7, Auburn 0.
This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. How frustrating for an offense to not only see the extra defensive back with the dime package, but still have their quarterback get hit.
Yeah, when you go down, this is a passing situation. And if you're a defensive lineman, I'm pinning my ears back. I'm not playing the slightest bit of run. I don't care if they run the football. I'm getting to the quarterback. Nice job understanding that, rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The give on the inside. It's a seam wide open. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
Yeah, and we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Sooners are in the hurry-up.
Second down.
From the gun, the ground game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Might be calling a hot route. To the air, it's Mateer. Snags it over the middle. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on fourth. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Absolutely center cut. And now the lead is extended a little far.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he makes the fair catch deep in his own territory, and he might have a question or two to answer about that decision. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Flips it out on the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. They knock him down, but not before he picks up a first down for Auburn.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Thompson. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Coleman. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Third and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Grab near the marker, it's Thompson. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Thompson. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll throw it from the red zone. Grabbed in the middle. It's Cobb. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll bring it out. It's Burks. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback.
First and 10.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to throw on first down. Wide open downfield. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll open the second half with a run. Turning it on! They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
Gets it out to the 40-yard line, giving 5 on that one. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the setback, the offense gets set for a 1st and 15. To the air, it's Mateer. And they're not on the same page there.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And now on second down for this offense. To the ground with the back. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. The Sooners come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. The give to the back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Has to uncork this one off his back foot. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown Sooners!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. He calls for the fair catch and makes it deep in his own end, and he might have been better off seeing if that ball would just trickle into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. 3rd down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they got it at the 49.
Man, great zone coverage in the back end by this defense. A lot of eyeballs on the quarterback. Great job. The ball comes out, and you can see, Jesse, that defensive secondary on a string, break on the football, and they go force the INT.
And that's what this defense wants to do. They want to win 1st and 2nd down, bring their dime personnel on the field 3rd and long, play that zone defense. There's nowhere for you to throw the football, and they get a critical takeaway.
Running back searching for a hole. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The Sooners are rolling down the field. They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Quarterback making checks. Back to throw. It's Mateer. It's complete. They will score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. LSU had a dominant win, the kind the folks in Baton Rouge were used to in 2019 when Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson led the Tigers to a national title. Talk about a special team. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. To the air on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him. You
can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Hand off from the shotgun. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
I'll tell you, this running back, he's running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get...
Oh, out of space. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Oklahoma 24.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. A first down run in the red zone. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in my hands. I'm playing well, and I'm seeing the defense well. I see what they're doing from a coverage standpoint. Count on me to throw a touchdown here and help out our team.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Had to throw it before he wanted. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
That makes the score Oklahoma.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Here he comes with the return. And the returner will be brought down.
At the 11, and the Auburn offense will take over 1st and 10.
This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Cobb. Out of bounds at the 22, and just like that, they're out of trouble.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens and they get out of sync and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play for their quarterback.
Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
Off play action on 1st down. And they can't make the connection.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
To the air on 2nd down. He unleashes a long one. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. What a tough break for the defense. You get a hand on the football, and they still make a big play.
Man, how difficult is that? The ball is deflected. To be able to keep your eyes on the football, continue to concentrate from a fortuitous bounce, Reese. A nice break to him. Makes...
Oh, it's a fumble. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. They'll go to the ground. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure.
That makes the score. Oklahoma 27, Auburn 14.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Burks. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one.
Will take over. First and 10.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Fullback's got it. Got room to work. Turning on the Jets. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, how about that? They turn around and hand it off to the big fella, and he's able to get the first down. Nice play.
And the Sooners come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Give to the fullback. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And they're kind of going to their closer now, right? Like they give it to the physical guy that gets downhill, north-south, right away, hard to tackle, falls forward, paving holes, and this is a good opportunity for this offense to keep pounding and try to run that clock out.
On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. To the air, it's Mateer. Caught near the sticks. It's Burks. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there.
They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And this one is just about in the books. The defense can stop the clock one more time as the offense takes a knee. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.